Disclaimer, this video is satire, so please take it as such. Also, when I'm talking about OCs, I'm not referring to the actual people who created them. So please do not get them mixed together. Also, this is a continuation of the Smasher Pass video, so crude humor, big poopy words. I'm gonna say the fuck word. Oh, cover your ears, kids. Well, everybody loves a sequel. Alright, we're doing Smasher Pass OC edition by quote-unquote popular demand, except only one. Okay, I lied. 2 people asked for it. Whoa, 2 people? That's right, 2 people. But this time, I'm not gonna do any more prudent, crude humor. No, we are eloquent in this channel. We do not talk about my ding-a-ling. No. I want to think about what kind of relationship I would have with all these characters. Because, well, more reasons. First one, I don't want to talk about actual IRL people's OCs and how I would bang them. That just seems kind of weird to me. And number 2, no more crude humor. What are we, 5? We're not 5 years old. We can talk about class. We can talk about actual topics. We can talk about relationship issues, divorce, gaming. Wait. I think the video has already gone off the rails and hasn't even started. Alright, let's just begin. Alright, so first and foremost is Lex. Now, most of you probably already know who this guy is, so I'm just not going to get into it. But Sherlock, the creator of this OC, is the main reason why I made this video. So, hi Sherlock, I know you're watching this. This is your fault. Now, the thing about Lex is that he's a self-centered prick. Not only did he steal all of Zerv's valuable information just so it can be smarter than him because of his weird hate boner towards Zerv. Emphasis on boner. But then, when Tucker came by and was like, "Hi, I'm Tucker," he just ditched everybody by making a time machine, which inevitably failed because, whoa, who would have guessed that one? You we're not winning against the guy who's on the 10, whose name is on the box? Whoa. But let's just forget all that. How would he be like as a romantic partner? Not good. You see, the problem with Lex... God, this feels like a cancellation video. The problem with Lex... Lex is a self-centered prick who only cares about himself. If you were to be in a relationship with this guy, he would not give 2 shits about you. Which, like, kind of defeats the whole purpose of why I made this video. Which is why I'm going to have to pass the green, funny octopus man. I am so sorry, Lex. Maybe if you got rid of that maybe if you got rid of that old ass haircut you get some. I'll stop. Let's just keep going. Alright, next up we got Retro. Now the thing about Retro is that quick lore time. He was so violent he got kicked out of his village, went to live in a cave for some reason. Something blah blah blah. Ice Epiporian, evil, super wicked, mega powerful, God, Razor, gaming chair. What? And now here's the thing, due to some lore reasons, this guy is no better than like a feral animal. And I don't know how to explain this to you, but when I first started this video, my thoughts on relationship was like an equal, not like a guy and a pet. I don't want to Omni-Man this. I don't want to be like Omni-Man and Mark's mother. I don't find that very nice. No.
Let me break it down for you, Mark. Your mother and I have a relationship that is all about a master-slave dynamic. When I said she was more like a pet to me, I meant that in the most literal way possible.
Retro is kind of like a very smart dog. Like a dog with the brain of a dolphin. Because for some reason dolphins are freakishly smart. I don't like dolphins. Side tangent over. Pass. I don't want a doggy. I want a person. Person would be a little bit weird to be in a relationship with somebody that isn't even that conscious. So yeah, pass. Alright, next up we got Raze. A quick story about Raze. I'm just gonna go over his lore so you people know what I'm talking about. Alright, so first of all, the auditor from Madness Combat, he was like, hey, I wanna make it the pizza, except without the pizza, I wanna make it the man. I wanna make it the most powerful soldier to be hanked to shreds. And then he was like, alright, I'm gonna make a grunt, and he's gonna be super powerful. And then he went like, he put in some of his DNA on accident, and that's how he made Reyes. And Reyes, he was too powerful. And then it was like, oh mamma mia, I can't, why did I make the auditor fucking Italian? What is wrong with me? I'm gonna keep going with this bit. And then the auditor was like, mamma mia, you're too powerful, let's lock him up. And then they lock him up, but he's like, escapes. And then he like, I wanna get my revenge. And then the auditor's like, oh mamma mia, put all of my guards on him. Of course they all die, because they're all fucking stupid. And they were like, it's just a glowing little kid. Look at him, he's shorter than me. Which ironically is true. I don't know why, but Reyes is like the shortest out of all the OCs. So that's 1 point off. I don't wanna date a short person. Alright, back on topic. He escaped. Went the fuck off for like a few days, years. Decided to like look into the future or whatever, look into parallel universes, saw Tucker. He was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And then he like Yakuza zeroed himself into learning his ways. A few chapter stories later, he met Retro. They fought, blah 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 blah, and now we're here. Now, why should I pass this guy, considering the fact that he's lived his entire life in like a tube chamber thingy? I'm just gonna be like, hey Reyes, have you seen any like new movies? I've been trapped in a jar for the rest of my life. I have never even known what a movie is up until now. Oh, okay. Buzzkill. There's like nothing to work with here. Also, he's short fast. I really need to stop talking about height. Okay, moving on. We have Aaron. Now, Aaron, funny story, is actually the original character of Sepulchre, which kind of doesn't make sense since Sepulchre made the game. Don't ask me why I didn't add him in my first video. I kind of just forgot. I mean, I forgot a lot of people. Like, I just skip over. Okay, yeah, no, that's English, Russell. That's English. Good job. I kind of just skipped over a lot of the Lego characters, because I'm pretty sure there were a lot more. And, you know, all the cool guys like old Alduin, Game Pass Alduin, Witherstorm. I'm not gonna make a video dedicated to those people because I don't respect Game Pass Alduin. Alright? Everybody who uses Game Pass Alduin instead of the actual playable Alduin you get after beating Alduin in Madness Combat Values, I don't respect you. Like, at all. Good job for giving, like, Sepulchre money and food on the table. But then again, you are playing as a dragon, and you're stinky. Side tangent aside, pass. I don't want to smash any more of Sep's creation. I think if he sees this video, he's actually gonna throw a nuke at me. He's gonna hit me with the airstrike, the 4-win streak airstrike. My god. Okay, let's just move on. We have Honda Civic or Taxi Driver or Numeros OC. I don't know what his name is, to be honest. There's not really a lot of lore to go for this guy, so I really don't know what to say. Besides the fact that it's just a regular old taxi driver. I mean, what if you got in a taxi, saw the guy behind the wheel, and was like, hey, you, wanna be in a relationship? How would that work out? I mean, think about it. It could be like any type of person out there. Who knows? Okay, I know actually, because this taxi driver really likes running people over. And I'm sorry, I just can't get the image of Numero just running over us, just a measly Night Fury and turning it into a nice red mist. But yeah, I'm surprised that out of all the OCs that I've went through, this guy is the most normal. Like, no pent-up frustration, no evilness, no wickedness, just a normal guy who kind of likes making roadkill a little bit too much. So I'm gonna have to go with Smash, I guess. I mean, he has a car, he can drive me places. I'm definitely saying Smash. What do you mean? Okay, so next up we have Ray. What am I reading that right? Ray William Johnson. Oh, it's just Raymond. Oh, it's just Raymond. Yeah. So Raymond, last name, might just be a fucking psychopath. Because get this, in the beginning of his story, he was found half dead by some random civilization, not paradise. And then, you know, they helped him, taught him how to do stuff, you know, in the big expanse. You already know what the expanse is. It's just a big wasteland in Madness Combat Tucker. You know, after you get out of the little wicked lab place thing, you go into the big expanse. In the big expanse, there's paradise, aka Reserve City, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's another civilization there. Ray gets founded by that civilization. They teach him how to become a good warrior. And then he kind of just fucking kills them. Because why not? And also Lex is involved. I have a quick question. Why do all of these OCs have to just either be psychopaths or have no emotions at all? Like, have none of you thought about me? Somebody who wants to find relationships with these people? I mean, come on, man. I'm not gonna find any relationship with this guy. He's probably gonna, like, not find me useful because I don't know how to fight or something. He's gonna teach me like a used napkin. I'm not crying. You are. So yeah, Ray William Johnson gets a pass. I'm sorry, Raymond. Then maybe grow some fucking compassion. Why don't you? You red bastard. Now next up, we got Medic, and here's the issue. I've asked everybody I know what the deal with this guy is, and I literally couldn't find it. So now I'm just going based off vibes alone. And is this guy homeless? Every single picture I find him in, he's just on the side of the street, begging or something. Like, bro, I'm sorry to tell you, I know some of you might see me in another type of way. They might think, oh, I don't like this guy anymore. But I don't want to be in a relationship with a homeless person. What could I do? I mean, look at this guy. He's wearing rags. Pretty sure he's drinking alcohol. I know some of you might be like, oh, of course he drinks alcohol. He's Russian. I've learned it the hard way that he's actually not Russian. Kids,
come to Grandpa. Come to Grandpa. Let me teach you a story. See, back in my day, I used to think everybody who wore a Ushanka was Russian. But then I learned about someone very close to me. His name was Medic. You know what I learned from him? He wasn't Russian, but he just wore a Ushanka. Not because he was Russian. No, far from that. Because he was a bum. That's right, kids. A bum living on the side of the street. That moment humbled me. That moment humbled me. I really thought everybody who wore a Ushanka was Russian. But that day I learned. Oh, that day I learned.
so yeah, no, I'm passing on this. I'm passing on the homeless. I don't want to do that. Nope. No, thank you. Next up, we have ooze. Now, do you guys remember what I said about the Stifle in my original Smash or Pass video? You see, having somebody that constantly has neurotoxins that can melt everything inside of them, I kinda don't like. Especially if I were to live with them, if you know what I'm saying. If I were to exist in the same space as another person who can just shoot acid, I don't think I would be very glad. I know that he is tall. I know what I've said about Rays. It's a joke, actually. But even if he's tall, man, I don't know. I'm gonna say pass on this one because what if he melts me? What if? Right? What if? Just let that sink in. All right, we're moving on.
Sudden death!
Nobody's faster than me!